but there was never truly like a complete space where I felt like I could be understood completely until I joined Twin Flames Universe and just like experienced everything there. Right. Hello everybody, I'm Drake if you don't already know me. And today I'm going to be sharing my success story with Twin Flames Universe, or my experience being in this wonderful community. And so I'm just going to start from the beginning, give you a little background about me. So I started my Twin Flame journey pretty early. I was 17 when my awakening process happened. And at the time I really had no idea what was going on. I thought I was completely crazy. I said, there's no way that I'm experiencing this. Like, I just asked to have a relationship with myself and with God. Like, why is all this other stuff going on? And then, yeah, little did I know, when you ask for that, you ask for the Twin Flame journey, right? And so I went through that, and after I said, all right, enough is enough, I need answers. Like, I need to look through something, find some information so I can know what's going on in front of me. Because I'm a very, logical person. I want to know about, okay, why does this do this? I ask a lot of questions, Someone asks me something, they go, okay, we're gonna go do this. I go, okay, why? Why are we gonna do this? What's going on? I ask a lot of questions. Anyway, so I needed answers, and I was just looking on YouTube, twin flame, soulmates, how to do this, like, how do I know if I'm on the twin flame journey? And then I watched a few people, there were some few people that I came across and I watched that didn't really resonate with them. There was not too many people talking about twin flames at that time, and the people that I did come across, it was kind of like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. But then I stumbled across Jeff and Shalia's videos, and it was like, okay, there's a light that went off my head, like one of those light bulb moments, and I said, all right, I need to talk to these people. I need to be in their presence, because there's something about them. I feel like they have the answers. I feel like they have the answer that I've been searching for like a month and a half. Because let me tell you, I did a lot of researching. Okay, and so I joined the Facebook open forum. Was so warmly welcomed. Like, honestly, it was great. I could ask all the questions, and everyone said, I experienced this, or I had the same thing as you, or this and that. And I was put into a discussion group where we could go with other people that had just recently joined the forum, and we could talk about our experiences, our journeys, about what was going on. It was a really awesome time because I just felt like I finally had friends that I could talk to about what was going on, because everybody around me, I tried to talk to them, they said, nah, you're crazy. You're crazy. You gotta go to therapy. This is not normal. This is not right. And I couldn't really handle my emotions either. I was very emotional. I was going through all these changes, and I wasn't used to these type of emotions because I've had emotions before, right? I had anxiety, I had depression, I was on all those medicines. And so having even more of that, and then these emotions on top of it, just completely, it was not fun. But anyways, finally found this place, right, where I could completely share everything, completely be myself. And everyone was saying, oh, I relate to you. This is so refreshing. It was so refreshing to just be there and be around all these like-minded people, because nobody thought I was crazy, because everybody was going through the same thing that I did. And so, I was skeptical at first. I'm like, okay, I don't know how this could work. They said you heal yourself, you do all these things, and boom, you'll feel better. You have a better relationship with your twin flame, with God, whatever. And the first time I tried the mirror exercise, that was some crazy stuff, because it's I could feel myself healing, and I felt better afterwards. And then, I had a lot of successes in my life. Ever since I've done the mirror exercise and really continued into this work. I've been in this work, oh my gosh, for 5 years now. I've been with Twin Flames Universe. I think more than that. I joined in August 2018. So that's 5-6 years. I can't do math right now. And so ever since, just my life has changed completely. A complete 180. So if you guys didn't know something about me, growing up, it was really hard for me to connect with people, or really just allow myself to be completely myself in general. Because at a very young age, I was very depressed. I was not happy. It was not a happy camper. It was angry all the time. And I didn't realize until I was about 13 or 14 that I realized that I didn't feel like I belonged in my body. That I was born into the wrong body. I was just not comfortable with it. I said, I'm born in this body, but I feel like I'm a man. Like being this other version of me, like it just wasn't it. It wasn't it. And so I transitioned at the age of 13, and now I'm here and I'm 24. And that time in my life, it was really tough because I did have people that supported me, and I was never like talked down to or anything. And I had support groups and people that I still talk to now and that helped me through that. But there was never truly like a complete space where I felt like I could be understood completely until I joined Twin Flames Universe and just like experienced everything there. Like, at first, I mean, I was stealth. Nobody knew about me, right? Like, it's not something you go and share. I mean, but I'm sharing it right now. But it's because it's a big thing. It's a part of me, right? It's important. But I remember I was like talking to either my coaches or somebody, but I was like, listen, I've been dealing with this my whole life. And now, mind you, before I started this journey, I thought that I like had healed all my upsets, like with my masculinity, and I was confident in myself, I'm like, even though I was born in the wrong body, like, I'm still a man. I still feel this way. Like, I was comfortable with my body, I love myself. But what I didn't realize is that there was a lot of other deeper things that were coming up, like as I was on the twin flame journey, about my body or about like me, like, I just felt really, really bad about myself. Like all these feelings came up again. And so I had to tell my coaches because they were going to help me. And they were just like, wow, this is like amazing. I didn't even know. But, and then eventually I kind of like came out to, everybody and was just like, hey, this is me. This is, who I am. But I just want to share it because I feel like there's probably other people on the journey that can relate to me, or if you need help, if you're struggling, like whatever, just come and talk to me about it. And so I opened up and everyone was just like, awesome, that's cool. Like, great, like there was no negativity anywhere. And so what I'm sharing this for is like, I felt completely comfortable, like in that space to just share and be me. And there was no judgment. There was no like, why? Like, oh, this is supposed to be this way. It was just like, okay, we love you, we accept you. And that was something that was really big for me because, again, growing up, when you're, transitioning and you're like, who's going to love me? Who's going to be there for me? Like, am I going to have this partner that is going to accept me and love me unconditionally? And then, boom, twin flame journey. And they're like, hey, twin flame, no matter what, like they're created for you. And it's something like that I did struggle with for a long time because I did feel like I was unlovable. I did still have like that deep wound within me. Like, oh my God, I feel so unlovable. Like, what the heck? But like, coming here and being in this space, it really just helped me heal like all of this. Like, no, you are lovable. It doesn't matter like what body you were born in, it's about your soul. It's about how you were created. And like, because you are like all of yourself and you've like embodied yourself completely. People tell me all the time in the group, they're like, sometimes I just forget, like, you just embody this, like, you just embody masculinity so well. And, I mean, it's a compliment for me. Like, I receive it, but, I recognize that it took a lot of spiritual work for me, like, to come to that space too. And so not only have I like healed deeper into my masculinity, like, it just helped me feel like more lovable, because I didn't know that I really felt like that until I had to work through it. And so I had this just huge support system around me, like, hey, we're here for you, we love you, and that's just, it's a big deal for me because, again, when you grow up and, you're thinking, hey, who is gonna be that person? And like, your twin flame is that person that loves you. And Jeff and Shalene in the community are like, yeah, it doesn't matter what the heck you are. Like, you still have a person. Like, you being who you are doesn't change that. It doesn't change the person for you. Like, they're created for you. And so that's a big deal for me because I thought I couldn't have that. And then I woke up on a twin flame journey and I'm here. And just being in this community has changed my life completely because it's like, before I was poor, like I was not in a good space. I was not in a good mental space. I was like depressed. I was suicidal. Like not even though I, had gone through my transition and I was 18. It's still these lingering thoughts, you know, you think you're going crazy, and it's just a really safe space for me, and I haven't felt really safer anywhere else but in this space. You know, again, there's people, there's support that I've had outside of this community, but like it just feels like this is like my safe bubble. You know, like there's no judgment, there's only love. Like everyone here just wants to love you, and they want you, you know, they want to just help you be the best version of yourself. And while you're figuring it out, they're like, okay, hey, you know, we love you, do what you want, but we're going to be here and we're going to love you no matter what. And that was something that I had to work through too, like feeling, oh my God, if I mess up or if I'm not like healing my spiritual stuff fast enough, like they're going to think that they're too good for me. But it's like, no, we're all going through it. You're going through it too. We're human. You know, we're there with you, and we love you too. And so, yeah, like I wouldn't be here, you know, being with who I am, with where I've come from, with my background, if this place wasn't so loving, wasn't so genuine. You know, you feel it. Like I can't describe the feeling, like when we're all in a room together and we're just, you know, doing the spiritual work, we're just talking about God. It's just beautiful. And the number one thing that I can feel like I've gotten from this community and has really helped me heal was my relationship with God. Because growing up, like grow up and you're like something's wrong with me. I feel like God like hates me. You know, I feel like I did something wrong here. And, you know, here they're like, God doesn't hate you, God loves you. Like you are perfect in the eyes of God. And so I wouldn't have like really come to that like without just the help of this community. You know, just teaches like, hey, you know, God is this loving God, and God doesn't care what you are, what you've done, or what you've been through. Like, God just loves you. And so that's something that is really like high in my heart, because I did grow up feeling that way. Like, God doesn't love me. You know, I'm a disgrace. But now I can say I've healed through that. I'm in such a better place now, and I've healed my relationship with God, because that's what I really wanted. I wanted to heal my relationship with myself and God, and that's what I got. And so much more. So yeah, this has just been my experience, and it's just been such a blessing. Like, I honestly don't know where I would be if I hadn't found this community at the time that I found it. Like, I don't know where I'd be. Maybe in like a crazy straitjacket, you know? But that's been my experience, and it's only just been the best experience. And I just look forward, you know, to all the other amazing experiences that I'm gonna have. Man, yeah. So come join us, like come see for yourself. Just join the community and see, you know, the changes that everyone has had in their life, the success that everyone has had in my life. Like for me personally, my life has gotten so much better. Like with my twin flame, with my job, like with my house, with my health, with my body, with my spirit, with my mind. And the biggest thing of all, right? My relationship with God. I can't stop talking about that, but it's been such a blessing, and everyone should just experience this love, because like it's the best. It's the best just being in a community where everyone knows what you're going through, and they're like, hey, you're not crazy, and we all are gonna get through it together, right? Because the twin flame journey is hard. Sometimes it sucks and it's challenging, but when you got people behind you going through the same stuff, it's better. So yeah, so that's my story, my experience with Twin Flame Universe. I mean, that was a lot to share, but I feel like I can do it with you guys. So yeah, if you got questions for me, or you know, whatever it is, just like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next videos. Okay, bye. Thank you.